past is the past. If you keep looking where you come from, you won't be able to see where you're going. If you're walking forward, you can't look back on your trip. Ain't nothing you can do about shit that didn't already happen. I go quotes all night, bars all night. Moral of the story, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Period. I don't give a fuck what you did a week ago. I don't give a fuck what you did a year ago. I don't give a fuck what you did 5 years ago. That shit is over with. You are still here. What you gonna do? You gonna sit around and feel sorry for yourself, or you gonna make changes and get better? So many people have ruined their lives, allowing their past to dictate the rest of their lives, allowing mistakes that they have made that everybody else makes. One of the things that I've recently learned, that my man D-Roz just told me today, is that we get in bad, we make bad habits out of thinking that our situation is the only situation like this in the world. There are billions of people on this earth who are going to make the same mistake that you have made 10 times over. Get over it. It's done. You fucked up. You messed up. You lost money. You lost your house. You lost your car. Whatever. It's gone. Ain't nothing you can do about that shit. You gotta move forward, man. You can't keep letting your past demons fuck with you and mess with your future angels. I know that's kind of a bad analogy, but I'm shooting from the hip here. Bear with me. You get what I'm trying to say. I am not going. I think one of the main reasons why my maturation process has been slowed down is because I keep allowing my demons from the past to bother me and get in my head. And so now when people say stuff, certain stuff, I allow that shit to bother me. Because there's some stuff that, oh, you ain't no different, you da-da-da-da-da. You know, trolls and whatnot in the comments. And I will let that shit bother me. And I will let that shit affect what I'm doing now. Or what I was doing at the time. You can't let that, you gonna make mistakes. That's just, you ain't perfect. The only person that's perfect is God. And you ain't God. Depending on your religion, I would think you ain't God. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't keep blaming yourself. You can't keep feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't work like that. Guess what? You still here, which obviously means the situation wasn't bad enough to where it ended your life. So now, what are you gonna do with your second chance? What are you gonna do with your third chance? What are you gonna do with your 17th chance? You gonna keep complaining and keep letting the 16 mistakes before, or 17 mistakes before, make it an 18th, or you gonna finally learn your lesson and you gonna move the fuck forward and you gonna keep doing what you gotta do to move forward, and next thing you know, it's 10 years down the line and you ain't even thinking about the mistakes. Those mistakes is just, you can sit around the fire and laugh with your friends over those mistakes. You gotta be honest with yourself. When it comes to making mistakes, admit the mistake. So many people never grow up because they refuse to admit the mistakes that they have made in their lives. They brush it under the rug. They live the comfortable life. And that shit eventually comes back and blows up in their face. I know this from me. This is me all the way. A lot of these bad habits that I have carried into trucking, my inconsistency, my emotional decisions, my impulsive spending with my money. These are things that were already in the workings before I even considered a CDL. And unfortunately, these are things that followed me in there and affected my career somewhat. But guess what? I'm still in this truck right now, and I'm still moving forward. At the end of the day, man, you cannot allow your yesterday to stop your tomorrow. You're here. You have an opportunity to make a difference. You have an opportunity to keep going. So do it, man. Do it. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't even, what else is there else? There's nothing else to be said. There's nothing else to be said. Stop blaming yourself. Stop letting other people put you down. Own your truth. I listened to Charlamagne's audiobook, Black Privilege. One of the main things he spoke about is living your truth. Stop allowing people to use your truth against you. If you own your truth, if you accept it, and you become it, no one can now use that against. Can't nobody tell me about, oh, you a company hopper. I know. You overweight. I know. You blew all your money. I know. Next. I own my truth. I know what my issues are. So now can't no other person use that against me. Now once I start to get better, you gonna run out of stuff to say. You're ugly. Okay, man, cool. That's whatever. Hey, whatever you say, man. Your girl liked it though. Like, I'm just saying, man, like, own your truth, stop living in the past, and get better. It's just that simple. I'm tired of these people hitting my comments feeling sorry for themselves, man. This ain't that type of channel. I'm giving you positive vibes, but I'm going to give you that rough, hard truth as well. Because somebody had to give it to me and had me stop feeling sorry for myself and get out my emotions. You can't keep letting your emotions run your life. They're going to run you into the ground, literally. You know what I mean? So, if you got to pray, get your juju on, all that, you know what I'm saying? Fuck everything else, fuck everybody else. Find your happy place. Talk yourself back. Be your own best friend. Be your own companion. We're too dependent on other people sometimes. Sometimes it's cool because you need that leader, that mentor to help you through. But sometimes we got to be our own support system. And what kind of a support system are you going to be to yourself if you beating yourself up? And you wonder why you depressed. You wonder why you continue to hang around the people that you hang around, because mentally that's who you putting yourself down there with. You're doing stuff to you. Everybody wants to blame everybody else, but the one person who controls their situations, which is themselves. Some of you can't even look yourselves in the mirror right now because you can't live with the truth of yourself. You can't deal with it. So you become trolls, or you find other outlets. You talk about other people because misery loves company. So now, instead of me acknowledging my truth and talking about myself, I'm going to talk about this person and take out my shit on them. And that's what people do. That's why a lot of people who you see talk a lot of shit about other people, they probably got more fucked up shit than they do, but they need somebody else to be as miserable as them so they don't feel like they're crazy. And that's the comfortable lie that people choose to live. I refuse to continue to live a comfortable lie. I'm okay with the harsh truth of my reality because I'm ready to make a change and I'm ready to make it better. That's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Put up or shut up. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to keep living, hey, man, look, if you're going to keep living in the past, you might as well go and bury yourself right now because you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be right where you at right now, 10 years from now. And then your kids going to live like that. And then their kids going to live like that. So you're going to have 3 generations of losers because you are too afraid to admit the truth to yourself and make a change. Don't be that person. Don't let your family become that. Don't be remembered as that. Make the change. Be better. Because if you ain't going to do it, who else going to do it? You know what I mean? Little motivation for you, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but somebody need to hear that. Like, real talk. Somebody need that motive. Somebody needs somebody to pull them to the side and give them the honest truth about themselves. You ain't shit. But if you admit that you ain't shit, then you can then become shit, or, you know, not shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't shit and you admit to yourself you ain't shit, you can change that and become good. Not shit, but good. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Whatever. It's motivation, man.